If
the Americans react positively to this letter and put these weapons, how will we react? I think that the Americans need the weapons in another place. I do not think that the Americans will immediately run and carry it out. When you talk to them, did the Russian side ask questions during this time, for example, about the fact that they continue to accompany the same space group Starlink towards us? I do not know for sure, but they write and talk about it. In principle, if we sum up all the contacts they had, and I hope there will be a lot, then all the main issues that concern us, they touch us in one way or another and are discussed with colleagues, including their assistance to the Kyiv regime in terms of military technologies. Well, of course, all the questions related to the behavior of the Americans in this conflict, we have discussed with them one way or another, and will discuss, I think. Anchorage will be a year soon. What do the Americans say? Why are the agreements that were reached in Anchorage not being fulfilled? Well, many people use the word agreements. I would say more precisely the understanding. There was a real understanding that this or that side would do in the context of the settlement of the Ukrainian conflict. The Americans promised to fulfill their part of this understanding, but faced, as I understand it, a number of difficulties, which first of all relate to the behavior of Kyiv and the reaction of Kyiv to this or that proposal or such appeal of the Americans. But the main thing is that Kyiv, at the same time, relies on the unwavering support of Europe. And this, obviously, gives the Ukrainian position more stubbornness, if you like, and more negativity. Von der Leyen says, in connection with the drone in Romania, that Russia has crossed another line, and we will count how many lines the Europeans have crossed in this conflict. Well, they have crossed everything that can be crossed, so there is no point in counting further. But whatever happens, the primary source of all problems is Ukraine and the actions of the Kyiv regime. Everything else is production. Countries that do everything possible for the war to continue should not talk about any red lines. Zelensky writes letters to Trump, demands weapons, missiles. What can you expect from the Americans in general? We still had agreements with them in Anchorage. You mean before lunch, after lunch? In general. No, there is much less of a step here. Here you need to focus. Here, according to the hourly forecast. There is a huge scandal in Poland due to the heroization of the Nazis, the resuscitation. The president of Poland says that he is outraged. They consider the issue of the deprivation of the Zelensky order. Why only after they spit in their face, or what? Listen, it's great that you noticed. It's great that you took such a position. After all, these heroized Nazis, they killed Poles, they killed Jews, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, bloodthirsty meat-eaters. Thank God that at least someone in this regard keeps his memory in Poland.